Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, My Healthy Lifestyle. Hope you all are doing good. So, quite some time I haven't posted any of my videos because I was a bit busy with some of things which I will share later. So today we are going to see about Krishna Jayanti, how I celebrated and why we are celebrating Krishna Jayanti. So let's get started. So this is my Ladoo Gopal Krishna and I'm really happy to share with you all. So I have just offered butter and these all the recipes I tried for this Janmashtami and it really turned out well. So I prepared this with wholeheartedly without tasting either the sweet or salt, but it really turned out well, to be honest. So I'll be sharing with you all these recipes now, and this is my mandir in my home and I just love the space, and this gives me so much of positive energy when I light this lamp. So I'll share with you all the story about this Laddu Gopala Krishna. Before that, we'll see how I prepared all these dishes. This festival is so close to my heart and I love and wait for this festival every year. So let's get started and we'll see how I prepare these recipes. So just a pre-preparation before starting to prepare this. So I've taken 1 spoon of Bengal gram and 1 spoon of moong dal. I have soaked it for 1 hour. And I have taken urad dal 1 cup, which I'll be frying. Dry roast this urad dal until it turns light brown. So keep the flame sim and then try to saute. If you leave, it will get dark and it will give bitter taste for the recipe. So this one we are preparing for doing several other dishes. So these are one time preparation for preparing the following recipes. So I have taken rice flour, the next one. I have taken 3 cups of rice flour and dry roast this too. Even though in shops we get this rice flour, the roasted one, it's good to dry roast this, and you just use and sieve this in order to avoid lumps and if there is any insects or left out particles in the rice flour. See how it is. It's really good to sieve anything before preparing. So this is for another one dish. So I have taken green gram 1 cup and did dry roast on the same kadai. So by doing like this, it will be easy for us to prepare many dishes in a short time. I really felt so easy by doing this pre-preparations before starting to prepare all the dishes. See, everything is ready. So this is Muruku mavu which I am using. I got from Mathura and this is so good. I'll share about this product shortly, but I should say this really helped me to give a better butter Muruku. So you see, I'm taking 2 cup of that Muruku mavu and I'm adding this jeera. So before adding jeera, just crush in your head so that it will blend nicely with the. So see, I'm adding butter 2 spoon. So you can add butter 2 to 3 spoon, not more than that, based on the atta you are taking to prepare. So since I added 2 cup, so I'm taking 3 spoon of butter. So don't add more. If you add more, the consistency of this will not come good, and when you put in oil, it will get scattered. So post to that, I'm adding salt to it. So just give a nice mix before adding water. So just knead it like how we prepare for chapati. So see, our simple Muruku mavu is ready. So take this. So I think many of you know this is the easiest way to prepare any kind of Muruku or seed, tatte or anything. So just I have put it inside and trying to squeeze it directly to the oil. So keep your stove in medium flame. So start to squeeze it. So see, nicely it's coming. It's okay if it is not coming in shape. Anyway, we will break this once it get ready. See, our oil is slowed down and that foamy thing got reduced. So now it's ready to take. See how it turned out. It really turned out in a nice color. It will be in white or light brown color. So in that case, we can see that our recipe is ready. So I am just doing batch by batch and taking all this to prepare butter muruku for our Lord Krishna. See how fast I prepared with the help of this muruku mavu. I'll just share the link how to order this, but it really tasted yummy, to be honest. So our muruku is ready. The second dish which we are going to prepare is green gram ladoo. So for this, I have already dry roasted it, which you have seen. I'm adding one cardamom. You can add 2 or 3 based on your taste. So if I'm taking 1 cup of green gram, I'm adding 1 cup of sugar. Today I have added white sugar. So if you want, you can add jaggery or brown sugar, whichever as per your taste. So I have just grinded nicely and adding ghee to it. So first I'm adding 2 to 3 spoons of ghee directly and just give a good mix. After that, I'll be lightly preheating the ghee and then add it to it. So then it will help us to have a nice round ball, small ball, and it will blend nicely together. So if you want, you can add dry fruits also, but I just skipped it this time. But whenever I prepare, I use jaggery and as well as dry fruits to this. It tasted very nicely, but this time I thought of keeping it simple. So see, I'm making small balls and our green gram laddu is ready. How easy is it? Our homemade foods are so easy and tasty compared to the shop ones. This is the third recipe and it is the most favorite recipe for many of us. So first I am taking 2 cups of rice flour which we have dry roasted already. See, I am using this ingredient again and again, and 1 spoon of fried chana dal and 2 spoon of urad dal powder which we have already dry roasted. I made powder and saved it nicely. So I'm adding salt to it, 1 or 1.5 spoon of salt, and I'm using this curry leaves. You can use the fresh one. Since I had the dried ones, I'm using it directly. And now we are going to add chili powder, 1 spoon of chili powder for this dish. And we have soaked this Bengal gram and moong dal, right? So I'm using it and giving a good mix. So before that, I'm adding the hot oil. This gives a good taste for this recipe. So this is must. So whichever you are using for preparing this butter muruku, right? So the same oil, I have poured 2 to 3 spoons and started to mix nicely. And again, slowly I am adding water and making it as a chapati atta. See how softly, nicely it turned out. So for that, I am just taking a polythene paper and applying oil in my hand and taking small balls. So I made small balls. You can make small balls and just give a press by folding that polythene paper. So before putting in this polythene paper, just try to flatten in your hand. So see, are all this is ready. So I have just made holes with the help of fork so that it will just cook nicely inside also. So this is the must step while preparing this recipe. So keep a flame in medium and try to flip it often. And once this foamy thing slowly goes down, you can try to take this out from oil. So it should not change the color, but the foamy thing in the oil when it slows down. So that's the right time to take out the tattai. So our tattai is ready. So the third recipe which I am preparing today, fourth one is uppu seedai. Salt seedai it is. So I have taken 1 to 2 cup of rice flour, then 1 spoon of urad dal and urad dal powder, and I'm taking butter to it, adding salt and making again dough like chapati. So for this I am taking a plain cloth and trying to make small balls. See, I've did. So you should not prepare this so soft. You can make roughly these balls. If you make so soft, this seed will burst in oil. So to avoid that, I'm just making a hole with a toothpick. So now I'm adding it to the oil. So first try to add it like this. Put it in a spatula like this and then try to mix it in the oil. And again the same thing, when the foamy thing reduce and when the seed is changing the color, that's the right time to take it. Don't take when it is white itself, so then it might not be that crunchy. So the other dish which I am trying now is sweet seed. So for this I have taken 2 cup of rice flour which we have roasted and 1 spoon of 2 spoon of urad dal powder and 1 spoon of salt. For this I am using ghee. So if you see, I have used oil in that, and now here this, since it is a sweet one, I'm adding ghee to it 2 spoons and giving a good mix. So for this I'm not going to add water, but I'm just going to add the jaggery water. I'm just adding 1 cup of jaggery and 1 cup of water and trying to make it boil. You should not give that string like consistency, but I'm just melting the jaggery and pouring, and again you have to filter it to avoid dirt. So same like that I have made atta, and then I'm just randomly making small balls, making holes with a toothpick to avoid to burst. If you're not making this, it'll get burst, as well as you should not prepare like how we prepare for jamun. So random balls is okay to prepare this recipe. Again I have immersed in the oil and see how it will become dark brown. So that is the right consistency for this, and one by one batch I made it and it's ready. So the final dish which I'm trying is red rice appam. For that I have taken 2 cup of red rice. I haven't roasted and all, the directly I'm taking it. So for this appam, it's a sweet dish, right? So I'm adding jaggery in a mixie jar, 1 cup. So 2 cup of appam, 1 cup of jaggery and 1 banana I have chopped it. You add banana to this dish, it really gives yummy tasty. And I just mixed it in the mixie jar and I'm adding this batter in this atta, and I'm adding the required sugar to it and little cardamom powder. So this gives a good flavor for this recipe. Give a nice mix and keep it aside for 3 hours before preparing this. So see, I have taken this. So to prepare this appam, I have taken this paniyaram kadai. This is easily available in any of the supermarkets. So it's quite easy and we can make lot of dishes by using this paniyaram kadai. So if you're not having this, you can directly pour the batter one by one in oil, and also you can deep fry and take it. Yes, it will be crispy and even more tastier, but to avoid too much of oil, I just sort of trying it in this, and this also really turned out well. If you see, it's getting break because I didn't add wheat flour to this to get bind well. Even though I kept 3 hours, the batter didn't get fermented much. So then I added 3 spoons of wheat flour, and then the batches were quite well and good. So to how to prepare this, you can pour little oil in this or half spoon of ghee in each hole, then pour the batter, don't completely fill this, so just pour half of it and close the lid. And if you see in the above, you'll be finding the batter little uncooked. So in that state, if you flip, it will come nicely, and the appam also will become fluffy on both the side. If you are flipping in like completely, if it is cooked in the under, and if you see the batter and above also cooked well, you will not find the appam to be fluffy and it will be flat. So our hot appam is ready. So let's start our puja preparation.